Today we will talk about the rotation in quantum mechanics. As in the previous lecture, we talked about the commutation relation of the matrices Rx and Ry, and we derive a commutation relation for the Rx and Ry. And in the last, we also said that this commutation relation is helpful in deriving the commutation relation of angular momentum components. So today we will discuss and explore that property of rotational matrices. As we know that a state psi dash under the transformation of rotation matrix is formed like that, and a vector A can be written as like this under the rotation, where R is a rotation operator. Okay. Now our main problem is to find this R operator, and to find this we consider a infinitesimal rotation. First case, infinitesimal rotation. Consider the rotation of coordinate of a spinless particle over an infinitesimal angle del phi. So basically the infinitesimal angle here is del phi about z axis, and denoting the rotation by the operator Rz del phi, as this is about del axis or z axis. So rotation about the z axis by a very small angle Rz del phi. So when this Rz operator acts on state vector psi r theta phi, it transforms into another form of coordinates, as it just acts on the phi. So psi r theta phi minus del phi. Okay. Now this can easily be written with the help of Taylor expansion. With the help of Taylor expansion, psi r theta phi minus del phi can be written as easily psi r theta phi minus del phi derivative curl psi over curl phi, as there is only variation in a phi component of spherical polar coordinates, and this can also be written as 1 minus del phi curl over curl phi psi r theta phi, which is equals to Rz del phi psi r theta phi. So from here we can say that Rz component with infinitesimal rotation del phi is 1 minus del phi curl over curl phi. As from our previous knowledge, we know that z component of orbital angular momentum Lz is equals to minus eta h cut curl over curl phi, and substituting this here we get our Rz component with infinitesimal rotation del phi is 1 minus eta by h cut del phi Lz. Okay, and we can also generalize this relation of rotation of an angle del phi for an arbitrary axis. Okay, so for an arbitrary axis or del phi rotation 1 minus eta by h cut. For an arbitrary axis, this will look like this del phi n dot. Okay, you can get for any rotation for Lx about an x-axis, about an y-axis. Okay, so this act as a generator. Okay, now even for the commutation relation between the angular momentum components with the help of rotation matrices. Okay, uh, first write the rotation operator about rotation matter about an x-axis for the infinitesimal angle del, and I'm expanding my Taylor expansion for the little bit of second power for the del. I will get this. I attach cut del lx minus del square over 2 h cut square l square x. Same for the y-axis, 1 minus eta del h cut l y 2 h cut square l square y. Okay. Now, from our previous relation, we know that rx del ry del minus ry del rx del equals to rz del square minus 1. Substitute all this rx ry operator here and see, substituting all this we will get minus del square over h cut square lx comma ly rz del square minus 1. With the help of this we can say that rz del phi del square phi here, sorry, is equals to 1 minus eta del square and over h cut and that. Okay, substituting this relation here, what you will get minus del square by h cut square lx ly rz del square 1 minus eta del square over h cut, and this will become minus eta del square over h cut lz, and in the last it will become lx comma ly equals to eta h cut lz. So from this way we can interpret the commutation relation of the orbital angular momentum with the help of rotation matrices. Thank you.